The Disney Vibes Podcast, talking insider tips, tricks, and pixie dust. For the most magical place on Earth, here's Andrew and Heather.
Hello there. Welcome to episode 32 of the Disney Vibes Podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts.
Good morning, co-host.
Yeah, that's my lovely wife, Heather. You gonna say hello?
Hi, everyone.
There you go,
Okay,
everyone.
fine.
You only said hi to me.
Well,
Everybody
it's
wants to feel
early.
your good vibes. Anyways, Disney Vibes, brought to you by Magical Destinations Travel. You like us, our content, our show, show your support, book your next Disney World, Disneyland, DCL, Adventures by Disney, Alani, Universal,
Anything.
Royal Caribbean,
We're
Carnival.
here.
We're here. There you go. BookMDTravel.com costs you nothing, and you get the lovely help of an agent, which in the last 2 months, 3 months has been very helpful with all the hurricanes, so that you don't have to wait online with Disney or Universal and redoing that. And you actually went through that with the
Multiple
hurricanes.
times.
So
Yeah.
just something that will absolutely make
Your
your
life.
trip a little less stressful. Let's just say that. You can download the Disney Vibes podcast wherever you get your podcast from. You like the content, help us out. Please provide feedback and a rating as well. 5 stars would be appreciated. We greatly appreciate your support. You got a joke for me?
Oh, I do. Hold on.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I have it. It's kind of like I think a pun, per se.
Okay.
All right. You ready? Disney is releasing a version of Tangled with an alternate ending where Rapunzel's hair isn't chopped off at the end. They're calling it the uncut edition.
Yeah, play on words. Uncut.
See?
All right, that was decent.
I got you.
I don't think it was ever good as Mufasa. But anyways, so here's a question. It's not a typical would you rather. Would you rather go to Disney World or
Oh, my.
on a Disney cruise?
Oh.
Yeah, see, you thought I was going somewhere else, and I just screwed it all up.
Oh my! If everyone has been listening for us for a while, I think they would know. Well, they would say I would go on a cruise, and I'm still going to say I want to go on a cruise.
Yeah,
So,
because it's not what you've done recently.
I know.
So that's what it comes down to, and that's going to lead into one of our stories. But before we get to those stories,
bum, bum.
yeah, here's what's happening. There's a lot of deals that Disney is putting out there right now. If you are looking to go to Walt Disney World Resort, Disney Plus subscribers can save up to 20% on rooms this holiday season. You can obviously reach out to your agent. That is for most stays starting December 11th through Christmas. You can have a discount anywhere from 10% up to 20% based on what resort you are at. I see you pointing at me, yes. And so
Yes.
can the cameras. So,
Well, so
Yeah.
I want to say I know we briefly talked about this last episode, but I had a client that was going to be there around this time, and I just wanted to clarify. So you have to be in the resort during that window. You can't be arriving halfway through. Your arrival has to start within
Right.
the time that they started.
it won't go past the dates.
Right. So
So your trip has to stay within those 2 weeks.
yes,
Got it.
I learned that.
All right. Another thing we are doing as an offer with Disney, I shouldn't say we, but they have you can save up to $400 on a 4-night, 4-day room and ticket package at select Disney resorts. So for this one, it is, again, most nights December 11th through December 25th. So if you aren't Disney Plus, they're enticing everybody to come right before the holiday rush and, do it this way. It's also most Sunday through Thursday nights, January 2nd through February 28th, so they're excluding weekends. And then most nights, March 1st through March 30th of 2023. Notice why it ends on March 30th.
March, April,
Ding, 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 ding. Nope, anything.
no, Easter, spring break.
Spring break starts March 31st for most of the northeastern schools. So, that's why that is ending there. And obviously, they're trying to get before the big spring recess, people
Sure.
coming in. That's what they want to do. So, depending upon the level of resort, $100 per night at most of the deluxe resorts, $40 per night at moderate resorts, and the cabins that's considered moderate, at Disney's Fort Wilderness, and the family suites at Art of Animation. And then $20 per night would be at the All-Stars and Pop Century. So, again, don't need to be a Disney Plus subscriber. Could save, a room rack discount, on there. So something you can check out. Please reach out. Let us know if that is something you are looking to do as far as your trip. Last discount that they are releasing, Disney Plus subscribers again. You can save on select Disney Cruise Line sailing. So Heather's excited.
I am. I'm trying to find the article. I have so many popped up, but
right.
refresh
So,
my memory.
There are some blackout dates that are applying, and I'm not going to read through the ones that aren't allowed, but they mostly have a lot of these. The Disney Plus discounts are for the Magic, the Dream, and the Fantasy, not the Wish. So,
Well, right. Well, the Wish is the brand new ship that launched this past year.
Mm-hmm.
What did we go on?
We went on Fantasy. Fantasy is typically a 7-day, 7-night cruise. The other ones can vary. The Dream, depending upon what their itinerary is. The Dream has been 4, 5. I think it's flying. It's sailing out of Miami right now, right? And then I know they're moving. Which one are they moving out to? They're doing the transatlantic. They're going to Australia. They're moving that whole ship come springtime. So, but yeah, so a bunch of different dates. If you are looking to go on a Disney cruise, definitely something to check out. I know a lot of people. We'll talk about Disney cruises in a minute, but a lot of people they feel like they're contained on a boat.
Hesitant. Well,
But this is a massive city floating on water.
right. Now,
That's really what it comes down
I
to.
don't remember if you went through some of the dates, but we have dates anywhere from January through March.
That are
and
blackout.
April that are blacked out, right? Are not
Those
eligible.
are blackout, correct. So any other date could be possible. So the best thing is to reach out to your agent and say, hey, we're looking at going on a cruise. These are our times, and what are your thoughts on this? So, and there's a lot of deals coming out with the cruise ships, and that is because, I don't think they've gotten back to pre-pandemic capacity. That's the first thing, excuse me. And they just, they want to entice people to get on board, and they've taken some steps. And I think every cruise line's different, but even now that Disney has done it, this is kind of, they've pushed forward. We have the latest updates. As we know, they are continually changing. As I segue into the health and safety protocols for Disney Cruise Line. Now, not only is it Disney Cruise Line, but most of the major cruise lines have adopted these. So basically, effective already, any sailings departing the United States, DCL no longer requires guests, regardless of vaccination status, to provide proof of a negative COVID-19 test prior to sailing. Disney Cruise Line continues to highly recommend that all guests be fully vaccinated and encourages unvaccinated guests to take that COVID-19 test 2 days prior to sailing. So basically, you are no longer required, as of now, from anyone who's sailing through January 31st of 2023, to have a test done. And obviously, they cannot do anything with vaccine. They used to have vaccination, but not anymore. So basically, that's the good news,
Right.
is all of those requirements have now been dropped.
It's like normal.
As
For the
close
most
as we're
part.
going to be,
Yeah.
yes. And if, there's people who have issues, there are, obviously Disney has cancellation fees that they are waiving in regards to that. And I think it's a lot of we don't know what we don't know right now. We
Right.
don't know what's going to happen come winter. Is it more like a flu season?
Sure.
Is it like last winter? I think that's what we're going to have to wait and see. But most cruise lines, CDC, they have now said you do no longer need to have that negative COVID-19 test. And I know we talked about it before, Disney's very good with their cleanliness and protocols because even before COVID, they would hunt you down for hand sanitizer or wipes every time you went in the dining room. And I could only imagine, because we haven't been on a cruise ship since,
Right.
that there's probably a lot more hand cleaning stations
Yep.
all throughout the entire ship in the major areas. Maybe even your room. Who knows? So, all right. So that being said, what do you want to talk about next? There's not a lot of good news.
No.
I mean, that's the problem. It's like, okay, we know that Disney had their shareholder call last week, and people are not happy because share prices are, in the toilet. Can't flush it away. You're not getting a great rate of return, and They've called for, people are like, Chapek needs to go. People are up in arms on, the news, social media.
Well, before we get into we go down that rabbit hole.
Oh, I already said it.
about-
There's not much else to say. He needs to go. Done.
Well, no, I
See ya.
understand that, but maybe we could talk about dining.
We can talk about
Because
dining.
that's
So,
not
all right,
terrible.
that is positive. Okay. And
yes.
there was a workaround, but this makes it easier. And you probably could even still use our workaround.
Of course, yes, I agree.
Right? So, this came out yesterday, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
16.
So Disney Dining, you now have a new same-day cancellation policy. And I know you're probably thinking automatically like, oh, no, now what? Right? So now for dining, you can cancel your dining reservations. Remember, you can make them 60 days in advance, but you can cancel them up to 2 hours in advance of your scheduled time at most locations without being charged a cancellation fee. So all you need to do is go in your My Disney Experience app or DisneyWorld.com. Click the cancellation button up to 2 hours prior to your scheduled time to cancel free of charge. I like that, free 99. If they fail to cancel by then or a no-show, the credit card provided at the time of reservation will be charged a fee of $10 per person. Now, you can wait online with Disney Dining on the phone or whatnot, and they usually waived it anyway.
Right.
But then, it's your value of time of costing, of talking and waiting for them to kind of waive that fee. But yeah, so now it used to be 24 hours. Now it's 2 hours. So it'll be interesting. The benefits are you won't get charged.
Right. So why do you think they did this? Do you think they did this because they had a lot of pushback with the fact that they, people wanted to have that flexibility of just like same day cancellation? Or is Disney, they're being generous and kind with something like this now. So I wonder what is the motive behind it, besides maybe good customer service.
I guess I don't know. The challenge is now, if people would cancel their reservation, they typically would know 24 hours in advance. So here was my mindset. Couldn't get into a restaurant. 5 o'clock, you wanted a dining reservation. You knew that 24 hours prior, you would be stalking the app because people would cancel to avoid the fee. So a day before, I would know I'd be able to maybe get that restaurant that I couldn't otherwise obtain because it was booked. You're so not following me. You're lost right now.
It's fine. Keep going.
Someone booked a restaurant reservation, Ohana, 5 o'clock.
For Monday.
Sure.
Okay.
Sunday at 4:50, I'd be stalking the app, working my magic, and making sure, seeing if I could get a reservation for 5 o'clock on Monday, 24 hours prior.
Yes.
Why? Because people had to cancel 24 hours prior. So if they
Okay.
didn't want to go to Ohana, they had to cancel to avoid the fee.
Okay.
So that would open up the reservation over here so I could get it.
Okay.
You follow?
Yeah.
Well, you weren't, so that's why you were like...
I don't know. Well, it's because I feel like we've done, when you would go through and modify ours, that was
This has nothing to do with modifying.
No. I'm just saying before with the loop around, you still would do it 24 hours before. Cancel it. And No, exactly. See?
No, because I never did. Well, I would cancel it if I knew
Right.
we weren't going 24 hours before. But I'd cancel it a lot the day of, and that workaround was modifying it
I know. Well, that's
to
what I'm saying.
a later out date. But for something like a very popular restaurant, Ohana, Royal Table, all those, you
Right.
typically couldn't even get another one to modify it to.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, the point is, it would allow you to try to capture that reservation because you would know 24 hours in advance you could get it. Now, you'd have to be hopeful at 3 o'clock on the same day you wanted that reservation that people are going, if they cancel, then you can scoop it up. And depending upon where you are, you have like 2 hours to get there, which could be complicated depending upon the park you're in,
So ideally, you want to make sure you still work this through 60 days before. And
Well, yeah, you want to get your dining.
Yeah. And then if you need to modify here and there, sure. But can you look at I think you can. You can look at the availability before you cancel and then hope and pray by the time you hit cancel and go back into the app, it'll be there.
I have no idea what you just said.
So you look at your reservation at, Ohana, right? And then you have it for 5 o'clock. You want to change it to 8 o'clock. So there's an 8 o'clock available. So you cancel your 5 and hope by the time you go back in there, you get your 8.
No, the system's smart enough to know that it'll tell you already have the 5, and you'd hit modify it and 8 o'clock, and you just confirm, and it would automatically wipe it out.
There you go.
Got it. Anyways, so now if you are canceling less than 2 hours, then you just still have to go the old way. Modify, go further days out, and then rebook it, and then cancel that one, and you'll be set. So I think we just went off a tangent on that, trying to explain dining with people.
Sorry.
But anyways, if you don't cancel, by 2 hours or use our modified system or a no-show, the credit card is still charged $10 fee per person. Now, there are some exclusions. It does not apply to Hoop-de-Doo Musical Review, Victoria and Albert's, and Monsieur Paul. Each of those have their own dining cancellation policies that remain as is. So they're hoping that it gives people more flexibility. Obviously, you're on the go during a Disney vacation, so you can enjoy more time at the parks at your own pace. You're not feeling like you got to run to the restaurants. But to me, I love running to the restaurants. So yeah, I guess that's the good news, right?
Yes, compared to what we're going to share next.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, you do it. So I'll start with the headline. Disney introduces park-specific ticket pricing.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to say everything is increasing because that's not correct, but certain parks will have a more of a fee to get in. However, Andrew and I still have to figure out how this is going to work. But this new update is going to go into effect starting December 8th. And obviously, as the time gets closer, I think we'll be able to share more information on how to actually make your reservation and know which park you're going to, because now you're going to have different pricings per park.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yes. However, it's not going to affect if you're using multi-day tickets right now.
Right.
It's 1 day.
1 day, 1 park ticket.
Right. So it's for those one-offs that are going, they're not affecting the vacationers, because chances are they're going to have at least a 2-3 day ticket. Does that make sense? All right, so let's back up. So in August, they rolled out the updates to Disney Park Pass system, which allows guests to modify your theme park reservations and book with different admission types. So they continue to focus on providing guests with the best and most memorable Disney experience. So their update of what's coming starting December 8th. 1 day, 1 park tickets. So let's just say no hopper, right? 1 day, 1 park. You have park-specific pricing on 1 day, 1 park tickets. So it's more for the locals, I think, is what it really comes down to. And they haven't restarted annual pass sales. So now it's going to be a little dicey. So now guests select the date and the theme park before purchasing their ticket. When you purchase the 1 day ticket for that specific date and theme park, now the system knows it's automatically going to make your theme park reservation. So you're going to Magic Kingdom, it knows to make you a theme park reservation. Now, I don't know if you say you want to go to Magic Kingdom, but there's no park availability, it's going to say, can't buy that. I don't know if I'm assuming, but I don't know. So, and again, this is only for 1 day tickets for a specific date and park. Most guests will continue to make their normal theme park reservations. And what it is so Magic Kingdom is going to be priced at or above the other theme parks due to the incredible demand. It is the most visited theme park, obviously, with Cinderella's Castle. And it's going to range. So let's say Animal Kingdom is $109 to $159, which is the same range as today. Like it's probably their least popular park, right? Hollywood Studios $124 to $179, Epcot $114 to $179, and Magic Kingdom is $124 to $189. $189, which is that most expensive price, is specifically for the week of Christmas to New Year's. So the one-day ticket, if you're going December 27th and you can get into Magic Kingdom, it's $189.
Right.
Park Hopper, they're going to have updated pricing on those add-on options for Park Hopper and Park Hopper Plus. Annual passes, so annual pass pricing for the Incredipass, Sorcerer Pass, and Pirate annual passes will increase anywhere between $43 to $100, and the Disney Pixie Dust Pass will remain at its current price. And that's Disney Pixie Dust Pass is available for purchase, as the other three, the ones I just aforementioned, are unavailable to new sales for the time being, as they're just not increasing their annual pass holders. So.
Okay, so hold on. So I have
it's
to tell
not going to affect like us.
Right. So that's where
more than one day.
Right. So actually, it's not terrible.
No, the price sucks. I mean, if you're going there, and here's the reason why. They're saying, okay, you want to go to Epcot for dinner. Let's just say.
Oh.
You're not an annual pass holder, or maybe you're just, for one day, right? Because an annual pass holder, you already have your pass, doesn't matter, depending upon your blackout dates and everything. No, what? Time out.
So hold on. I want to, yes, for dinner, but say if you wanted to go for one of the festivals I have at Epcot, right?
One day.
What? Yeah, for one day.
Correct.
Like Food and Wine Festival.
It's going to cost you some
money.
money.
So then therefore.
Cost money. More money.
No. Well, again, I would say, I apologize, friends. I jumped the gun thinking it was for more than one day. But
Old
after.
Print.
Process. Well,
it's all good.
Sometimes it's hard when you see that and you're like, oh crap.
Yeah,
so,
you don't know what to say. The reaction's bad. I understand.
Anyways,
I got you.
We're good.
Well, any normal vacationer is going to be fine.
Yeah.
It's those one-offs, because I think in Disney's mind, they're trying to limit the capacity of the one-offs if they're not annual pass, because they're not selling new annual pass, right? As of now. So they're limiting it because they want those who are from afar to spend more money in their park to make more money.
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
All comes down to money, friends, but we're here to help you save it.
There you go.
When it comes to your vacation.
I would say that's correct. So, moving on. DCL. So we know, and we didn't even get to talk. We'll recap D23. Just to give people what's to come in the next episode. Specifically, there was a lot of announcements, but they had announced a new ship, and I forgot the name of it at the time. Treasure, I think. I think it's the Treasure.
You're right.
I think it's the Treasure.
Yeah.
But yesterday, as well, Disney Cruise Line announces acquisition of ship with plans to visit new markets. So they announced the acquisition of a partially completed ship that's going to bring the magic of DCL vacation to new global destinations. So they're going to work with the esteemed Meyer Werft Shipbuilding Company to complete the cruise ship previously known as the Global Dream in Wismar, Germany. The ship's going to be renamed with certain features reimagined under the world-renowned expertise of Imagineers and is expected to set sail in 2025. So it will be based outside of the United States. It's going to feature innovative Disney experiences along with the dazzling entertainment, world-class dining, legendary guest service that you've come to expect from a Disney cruise line. The exterior will be adorned in the iconic Mickey Mouse-inspired colors of the fleet, complete with signature red funnels. So it's going to be very similar. 208,000 gross ton ship is expected to be among the first in the cruise industry to be fueled by green methanol, one of the lowest emission fuels available. So Disney's going green. It expects the passenger capacity to be approximately 6,000 passengers with around 2,300 crew members, right? A little city.
Crazy.
So it's going to, obviously, construction will take place in Germany under the management of Meyer Werft. Meyer Werft's the big shipbuilder anyways, and they are the same company that did the Dream, Fantasy, and the Wish. So basically, they're taking a project that someone they couldn't pay for, right?
Yep.
They filed for bankruptcy before completing it.
Oops.
So Disney was able to get it at a favorable price and make sure that they can create it for something. I don't know where it's going to go out of. Somewhere over in Europe or Australia. I don't know what. It's not there yet. They don't have any details about the maiden voyage or itineraries or anything like that, that'll be announced at a later date. So basically, they're just trying to increase their fleet, maybe based on numbers they're seeing. So, and specifically making it easier for those who are not in the United States to go on a Disney cruise. I don't think this ship will ever come to the U.S. I mean, not anytime soon.
Right.
You know, but that way they don't have to bring any of their 5 current ships off of U.S. soil.
Right.
So if that makes
Just
sense.
in addition, I get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So fun things going on at Disney World right now. And, you know, obviously it's decorated very, you know, beautifully for the holiday season. Heather was super excited, super stoked to get our Christmas trees up. And I'm like, it's not even Thanksgiving.
Oh, hush,
I get it.
hush.
It's fine. You know, I get it.
I will have to say, though, I only have the tree
That's
up.
fair enough.
It's not decorated. I have a thing for the lights. I love white lights.
Well, you
It's
realize
calming
all
for
holidays, the theme is lights.
I understand. Wait. All holidays?
I understand. Well, I mean, all traditional, you know, many of them. You have no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, keep going.
Okay, so like St. Nicholas Day, which is in Norway.
Okay.
Norway, Sweden. Anyways, the children wear the wreaths on their head with candles.
Oh.
Lights.
Okay.
Right? Lights. Everything is lights.
Lights. Okay, fine. Well, so I'm joining that bandwagon. I just like my lights.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
So Disney Eats unveils the new foodie guide and can't miss gingerbread displays for 2022. It's crazy. So if you go to Disneyland or Walt Disney World during the holiday season, the can't miss attraction is the incredible gingerbread displays. It is a staple for the most wonderful time of the year, and for good reason. The pastry teams on both coasts and at sea spend countless hours masterfully crafting these culinary works of art. I couldn't do it.
It's amazing. I mean, just
You see the pictures and everything they're doing, so it's insane. And it's back in the sense that the last 2 years, obviously, you could not go see them. I don't know how much they were doing them anyways, but you couldn't go hotel to hotel to see them. Like the main one in Florida is always at the Grand Floridian.
right.
And it's massive in size. So you weren't able to go see them. So now they're going to have obviously the one at Contemporary Resort, and they're also going to have one at Jumbo House at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Obviously, there's one at Grand Californian Hotel.
Right.
So they're everywhere. They're going to have one at Haunted Mansion in Disneyland Park, right? And it takes just to imagine this, it takes 20 days to bring a 300-pound gingerbread house with 3 moving elements into life. Pretty crazy, right? 7 feet tall, 12 feet wide, 600 pounds of powdered sugar, 250 pounds of fondant, 1 pound of pixie dust, and it's got 25 hidden Mickeys.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah, so they have a bunch of them, all throughout the entire parks. So
Right.
definitely check one of them. The other thing is they have the limited edition snow globe pins featuring Chippendale Home. You can stop and take some treats, including Mickey gingerbread, poinsettia cookies, snowman cookies, Christmas cookies, holiday cookie box. They have a Kwanzaa sweet potato loaf, macaroons. So a lot of different treats, and yeah, gonna need to go on a diet after that.
Oh, I know. Well,
Peppermint bark, a lot of good stuff. It's crazy, and they also have the one at Beach Club, the holiday classic with the life-size carousel. So
and I want to say, even like when you enter these areas where these are on display, you can smell the gingerbread, and it's just.
Well, 600 pounds of whatever, I'm sure you're going to be able to.
There's
right.
one here, the 85-pound chocolate Santa, nutcrackers, toy soldiers. That's insane.
Yeah.
And just even the fact that when you're looking at it, you wouldn't think it's made from chocolate.
You wouldn't think,
No,
right?
not at all.
But it is.
Mm-mm.
All right, so as we start to wrap up, last thing I want to talk about is the festive foodie guide if you are attending in the holiday season. So Disney Resort hotels have all those holiday goodies to get the guests in the spirit of the season. With eats, treats, sips aplenty, guests will be more than satisfied with the festive foodie guide. So all across the resorts, you can have all kinds of items that will light up your palate and flavors that are sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Oh, how nice.
So they have the snowman chocolate marshmallow pie at Disney's Grand Floridian. to the plant-based and gluten-friendly Santa's Forest Dessert at Disney's Wilderness Lodge. And of course, they have the classic Christmas feast at multiple locations, so you can taste your way through the holidays, one resort at a time.
Oh my!
So they have the apple tart, right? At multiple locations. The Christmas feast, which is roasted turkey dinner. So if you're going to be down there for Christmas, this is what you want to see. Is they have roasted turkey dinner, cornbread stuffing, mashed potatoes with turkey gravy, seasonal vegetables, and cranberry relish. And that is available December 25th. Only mobile order available on Christmas because they're so busy, and it's going to be at many different resorts.
Yeah,
Look at the ones that you're looking at. They have peppermint bark. All right, that's through the entire month of December. That looks good. And then they have the plant-based Snowland chocolate cupcake with vanilla buttercream. They have all kinds of...
Oh, look how cute. That little Christmas tree made of macaroons.
Yeah. So lots of food. Heather's going to post the show notes with some of the information, and this is all the way pretty much through the entire month of December. It'll roll. Some of them will roll over into January. But they're pretty quick at flipping the park, just like they are with Halloween. Like overnight, they're going to be done. So I don't remember when Mickey's Very Merriest Christmas last date is, but it's probably right after the holidays is what they're going to have. So
I'm still looking at the food.
Yeah, there's a lot. Understood.
My goodness.
There's a lot. They always. Disney does it right with the food. They do. There's. How about sweater weather sangria?
Ooh.
That sounds good.
That sounds amazing.
And a winter Rita. So, we'll check it. We'll post that. Heather, that you're on that, right?
Yeah, no, I got it.
Got it.
For
Perfect.
sure.
All right. Final thoughts? Anything? Wrap up episode number 32.
No, I think it's good. Just you could check us out at our website, bookmdtravel.com, on our socials, Magical Destination Travel Co. That's on Instagram, Facebook, Magical Destinations Travel, Twitter, Magical Des Trav, and in YouTube, you can just, in our search, look up Magical Destinations Travel Company, subscribe.
Yes.
Because then what will happen is when we get enough subscribers, you will get alerted when we have a live episode.
Right.
Or when we go live.
Yes. So that's the challenge right now is we have not captured that number of subscribers to be able to automatically go live. I think it's 50 is all we need.
It's okay. We'll get there.
We will get there.
I have faith in our listeners.
Absolutely. So, all right, till next time, we're going to talk D23.
D23.
Let's talk about everything that they announced, some of the positives and the good news, because a little bit of negative today. Sorry, folks. Right?
Negative Nancy over here.
Well, the tickets were one thing, but the CDC was good news.
Yes.
So it was a mix.
Yes.
It was a mix, right? So
Okay.
Let the Disney vibes flow.
Find Disney vibes for all your vacation needs on the web at bookmdtravel.com.